Hello everyone, my name is Anupam Saha and I'm working as a senior software development engineer in GeekyAnts India Private Limited for last 5 years. So today I got the opportunity to talk about a little bit on X signature, how you can implement in your APIs to increase the security of it. So let me first discuss the use case of it. So I have created a simple post API, private. It's a private route. On clicking of which it will just call an API in which I am passing the payload as first name last name. In the headers I am passing a 0B token for security authorization in the backend, and in the preview I got the response receive data for Anupam Saha. Okay, now what I want is like the user should not be able to use this API outside of the front-end service, like in the Postman. So right now what will happen is from the Postman as well, the user can easily copy the details from the network type and paste it in the Postman and then send request. It will call the API, receive data for Anupam Saha. But what I want is the user should not be able to use the Postman to hit the API. So for this purpose, I've created the X signature. So let me first uncomment few lines of code from the backend and frontend. After that, the X signature feature will work. Let me show you the use case and then I will explain the code in this. Okay, this is the backend and this is the front end. Now I will refresh it. I will hit the API again. It will call the API. So now in the headers, if I show you, we are passing this X signature which are generated from the front end service, and this is getting validated in the backend. And if the X signature is valid, then only the backend will give the response. Otherwise, it will show an error, just like in the Postman. If I hit now the submit API, you can see missing X signature header. So if the user written something in the X signature, it will say invalid in X signature. So in this way, the user should not be able to use the Postman. He is only dependent on the front-end service to call the API. So now I will explain the code what I have done in the backend and in the front end. So in the front end service, I've created this button and we are using this client secret which will be same in the backend and front end, using which we are generating the X signature. And in the API we are calling an interceptor which act as a middleware, like whenever we are requesting for the API and getting the response. So in the X signature, in the headers we are passing this X signature. In the interceptor, we are passing this X signature which we are generating using this function generate signature. Here we are generating this string to sign. Here we are passing this method get post or patch request, the URL and the header where we are passing this client ID, and using this string to sign and client secret we are generating a hash. Here this is the signature which then we are passing to the headers in the API, and it is getting validated in the backend using the same method. Here in the string to sign, we are using method URL, sign header and JSON data if it is a post request. And using the same method in the backend also, this is getting generated method URL, client ID, string to sign, and the backend is also using the same client secret which the front end is using. So if both the received signature which we are receiving from the front end and generated signature which the backend has generated are same, then only it will proceed next and give the response. Otherwise, it will throw an error invalid is X signature. Now in this way, the users will not be able to use the Postman because he is unaware like how we are generating the X signature and what is the client secret and the string to sign which we are using for it. Only the user should only be able to access it if the user has the access of the repo where we have defined in the env we have defined this client secret, and in the backend as well. So yeah, this is the implementation. I will upload this codes to GitHub and ask the team to attach the URL in the description. Let me know your thoughts on this and please give the feedback. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day.